morning, YouTube. What is today? Tuesday. Oatmeal bananas with a little bit of honey. Start your breakfast morning. Gotta have my coffee. Gotta have coffee. I got a full thing for the road. Anyway, it's almost 8 o'clock in the morning. Why are you so late today? Well, we got the oversized load, so we can't leave till sunrise. And sunrise was at 6:30 this morning. But we have less than 1,000 miles. We probably got about 1,000 miles to get there on Thursday. This is what they call a just-in-time load, JIT, J-I-T. And so it's a construction site down in Nashville, downtown, and this is building material. They build these sides and put them up. Usually they take a crane to do it, so it'll probably take us a long time to unload me, I'd imagine. But usually they let only like one truck in there at a time in that area, and then you got to get out. And I know there was another Melton driver with an oversized load getting loaded when I was there yesterday, and there might be more. So we all have our times. Mine's like 10 o'clock in the morning on Thursday. So the chances of getting unloaded early are pretty slim. So I'm not too worried about getting a bunch of miles in every day. I'd like to get like 500 in today, but we'll see. We probably won't drive past 4 o'clock today. But what we'll probably end up doing is trying to get ourselves to that Nashville TA and park there on Wednesday, and then roll out of there Thursday and unload. Excuse me. So this is an easy load, really, other than having to do a lot of load checks and fix things as we go. But it's an easy load. So let's talk a little bit about Melton. All right, here's the thing. If you want to be an over-the-road truck driver, you got to be responsible, and you're not going to have your hand held every day. And if you don't want your hand held every day, this is a great job. I have a really good DM. She's been with Melton for 17 years. I think she just had an anniversary, 17 years. And she knows her job, and she knows her drivers, and she knows me. After 2 years of driving with her, she knows me, and she knows what I can and can't do. And I tease a lot and say things to other drivers that every Monday my DM calls to say that, hey, I made it another week without screwing something up. But she doesn't call me. And so that is good. You got to be responsible out here. You have to know when you're going to get up, what you're going to do, plan your days, and do your job. I haven't gotten a message yet saying, hey, we looked on the internet and saw that Colby, Kansas, 6:30 was sunrise. How come you're not driving? It never happens. Now, if she looks at it and sees that, hey, I'm not going to make it, there's going to be a phone call for sure, or a text or whatever. But you know what? You do your job. There's pretty much 3 things that I say that you should do with Melton, and they'll leave you alone. Pick up on time, deliver on time, and don't break their stuff, okay? This is their truck. They've given it to me to drive and do my job. And so as long as I don't break their truck doing things dumb, I think Melton's okay with me, right? And also, I just try to keep not at the top and not at the bottom. If you stay somewhere in the middle to the top, they have no clue who I am, and that's okay. It is really okay. So I just do my job. And that's what I really like about Melton, is they give me loads to run, and I get plenty of miles every week. They're not the same every week, and they're not great. Like I said, June is a wash as far as miles go, because of all with the truck breaking down and things like that. And none of that is Melton's fault. So, but usually I run anywhere from 2,500 miles to 3,500 miles, and I'd have to, average it out and figure out how many miles that is a week. But like I said, I've got a little over 2.5 years with Melton, and I've got 360,000 miles with them in that time. So, you guys do the math and figure that out. But, my best week was 4,900, and that was last Labor Day weekend. It was, really, that's the most miles I've ever gotten, and before that was 4,200. But usually it's in the 3 to 3,500. Like I said, 25 is at the low end for me. And back in January and February and March, I was running one load a week and averaging 3,300 miles. They were sending me from California all the way to the East Coast, basically Virginia, and then picking up and running back. I mean, I just ran back and forth, and literally it was one load every week, and it was great. It was so easy. It was so easy to do those runs. So I just really enjoy working for Melton. Good equipment. I think they keep the trucks 41 months or whatever. This is a 2019, but I don't really worry about when I'm going to get a new truck or anything like that. So I just really enjoy working for Melton, and you just do your job, and they don't mess with you. They don't micromanage you. Now, if you want to be micromanaged, I'm sure they can do that for you. But once your DM knows what you want, and that's another thing, expectation. What's your expectation that you want from Melton? Okay? If you want 3,500 miles a week, every week, then you tell Melton that. Now, your DM's going to explain, the effects of why that's not going to happen every week, but at least let them know what your expectations are, because Melton is going to tell you what their expectations of you, that they expect of you. So let them know what your expectations when you work for Melton. So that's fair. Melton's not going to be upset, but make it a reasonable expectation. And if your expectation is that you want to be home every 3 weeks, Melton will accommodate that for sure. But understand, if you do that every 3 weeks or whatever, and then you complain that you're not getting the miles, well, that's the reason why. You're an over-the-road trucker. The company expects you to be over the road for a long period of time, okay? It's just the nature of the beast, really. But if you need to be home, you need to be home, and Melton will get you home. And I don't really take a lot of home time, but every time I do home time, my DM gets me home. So, even when my truck was broke down and I had to be in home time in the middle of that, they rented me a car, sent me 530 miles to home time, and I came back to my truck. So, Melton took care of that. Even in a situation that wasn't the way that they planned to get me home, and that worked out. So I have really no complaints with Melton. What am I going to complain about? What am I going to complain about? They don't have washers at the El Paso terminal. There, I just complained. Come on, Aaron, get some washers in there. Next time I get in there, I want to see 15 washers and 17 dryers. I don't know why it's an odd number, but that's how the truck stops are. They give you 2 or 4 washers, and then they usually give 6 or 8 dryers. Makes no sense. Make them an even number. What the heck? So anyway, that's my rant for the morning. All right, our plan today. I don't know if I said it. We're gonna eat our oatmeal, drink some coffee, go out and do our pre-trip. Shouldn't be too much to our pre-trip. We did quite a bit last night on there. Checked our tires and checked the load. I don't think it shifted. It's not windy anymore, so we'll try to get down the road. I want to try and get through Kansas City and into Missouri, shut down somewhere in Missouri on I-70, and we'll go from there. There's a Love's in, I have to look it up, but there's a Love's out there in Missouri on 70, and there's an old railroad that they turned into a bike path, and what is it called? It's called Katie's. Anyway, that's a pretty good one. Maybe we'll go ride there. I haven't got to ride my bike since, oh man, I haven't ridden my bike in, what's today? Monday, a week. I gotta ride my bike. All right, so let me finish my food. We'll go do a pre-trip and get the heck out of here. Later.